Good evening. Thanks for joining us. A new report is detailing a disturbing trend across the country. Police shootings are steadily increasing in Canada, and BC is one of the provinces leading the way. CTV's Isabella Zavarisi has the story.
2 bank robbers were killed and 6 police officers injured in this shootout in Saanich in June. That violence, just the beginning in BC. This year in total, 23 people were shot by police, an increase from 13 in 2021 and 5 in 2020. The Vancouver Police Department was involved in 5 of this year's shootings. A police reform advocate who works on the downtown east side, often with families who have experienced police violence, says she was struck by the findings.
We often stand alongside families and try to amplify their own advocacy efforts, and then to actually step back and see that there have been so many people whose lives have been stolen this year. It's really heart-wrenching.
One of those lives lost was 27-year-old Danny Cooper, who was shot and killed last month by the RCMP in North Vancouver. The case is currently under investigation by BC's police watchdog, the Independent Investigations Office. Earlier this year, CTV News reported the IIO had been called to a growing number of serious and fatal incidents. The head of the organization says his caseload has doubled in the last few years.
I think improvements in police training would be of assistance and help police officers utilize skills towards de-escalation and better critical thinking in those situations.
According to the report, in nearly 80% of the shootings, the person had a weapon. In a statement to CTV News, the VPD said, "Our officers are encountering more people with deadly weapons and more people intent on killing or injuring them in the line of duty." A former police chief says law enforcement are often responding to challenging calls such as people in mental distress. He says government needs to take accountability for the lack of social supports.
I think our policymakers can't keep pointing the fingers at law enforcement officials. They have to come to reality as they have to do things for society in general.
2 years ago, calls to end police brutality echoed around the world and here in BC. Advocates say little has changed, and they point to this report to back that up.
Isabella, what else in the report is standing out for you?
The report also mentioned that race was identified in 23 cases. Of those cases, more than 40% involved Indigenous people.
Okay, Isabella Zavarisi, thank you.